I remember the day I found out. Funny how those moments get burned into your memory. The ones that change everything like a bullet frozen midair before it rips through you. It started on a Wednesday. I had taken the afternoon off work because I wasn't feeling well, just a cold, nothing serious, and figured I'd surprise Laura, my wife of 8 years, by bringing her favorite lunch from the deli downtown. She worked from home most days editing copy for some fancy lifestyle magazine, so I thought I'd drop by, kiss her on the forehead, and play the perfect husband. But as I pulled into our driveway, I noticed something odd. The blinds in our bedroom were shut. Laura was a creature of sunlight, said it gave her energy to be productive, so seeing those blinds drawn at 2 in the afternoon made my gut tighten. I opened the front door quietly, maybe too quietly, because what I heard next will haunt me until the day I die. A man's voice, deep and low, Laura's giggle, that soft, breathy laugh I used to live for, followed by a hushed, "We shouldn't be doing this." The food I was holding hit the floor, turkey and avocado, on rice spilling out like some twisted symbol of my broken reality. I don't remember much about the seconds that followed, except that I climbed the stairs on autopilot. My legs moving beneath me like they didn't belong to me anymore. My heart felt like it would burst out my chest, and a cold sweat dripped down the back of my neck. I didn't open the bedroom door right away. I didn't need to. I heard it. I heard them. When I finally swung the door open, it was like watching a horror movie. Laura was tangled in our sheets, her face ghost white when she saw me. The guy, a tall, bearded man I'd never seen before, scrambled for his pants like some cliché out of a sitcom. He didn't even look at me, coward. Laura clutched the sheets to her chest. "It's not what it looks like, Drew," she said. I blinked, staring at her. My wife, like she was someone I'd never met. Not what it looks like? My voice sounded hollow. "Drew, I'm not an idiot." Her face crumpled, tears pooling in her eyes as she stumbled over her words. It was just one mistake. Drew, please, just one stupid mistake. One mistake, as if that made it better. I turned and walked out of the house without another word. I didn't even know where I was going, just that I couldn't stay there, not one more second. I spent the night at my brother Chris's place. He's a tough love type, and when I told her what happened, he didn't hold back. "You need to leave her, Drew. Don't let her weasel her way back in with excuses." But I didn't say anything, because it wasn't that simple, was it? 8 years of marriage isn't something you throw away overnight. Love doesn't evaporate like that, even when it should. The next morning, I went home. Laura was waiting for me in the kitchen, her face blotchy and tear-streaked. She'd made coffee, as if that was going to fix anything. "I'm so sorry, Drew," she whispered. "It meant nothing. It was a stupid, selfish mistake. I'll do anything to make it right." I stared at her for a long time. She looked small and fragile, like the weight of her guilt might crush her. And against every ounce of pride I had, I said, "Okay." I let her think we could work through it. Let her believe I was a forgiving, noble husband, the kind of man who could rise above betrayal. For weeks I played the role perfectly. We went to counseling. I listened to her tearful apologies. I nodded when she promised she'd spend the rest of her life making it up to me. "You're stronger than most men," our counselor said one afternoon. Strong, right? Laura had no idea what was coming. The first thing I did was hire a lawyer, a damn good one. Over the next month, I quietly built my case. Turns out cheating on your spouse has consequences when you live in a state with at-fault divorce laws. While Laura cried to me about how she couldn't live with herself for what she'd done, I was collecting evidence. I found the guy's name, Todd Patterson. He worked at a marketing firm across town, married, 2 kids, real stand-up guy. I documented everything. The texts I found on her phone while she was asleep, the late-night calls, the receipts. I even managed to dig up emails between the 2 of them. She told him she was sick of her boring marriage. That one stung. Once I had what I needed, I wrote the note. It was short and simple. "Laura, you're right. It was just one mistake, but you'll spend the rest of your life regretting it." I left it on her pillow. Then I set my plan in motion. I waited until Friday night. Laura was at a friend's place, she said, though I doubted it. I packed everything I cared about into my car, which admittedly wasn't much. Some clothes, my laptop, the watch my grandfather left me. Everything else she could keep, Before I walked out, I deleted every photo of us from the walls. I cleared our shared bank account, the one I'd spent years funneling my paycheck into, and transferred the money to a new account in my name only. I'd spoken to my lawyer about this. Since Laura's infidelity had voided the marital contract, I was entitled to it. But that wasn't the best part. The best part came when I sent the email to Todd's wife. I don't know what kind of chaos unfolded at Todd's house that night, but I imagine it wasn't pretty. I attached a screenshot of his text with Laura along with a nice note. Thought you deserved to know who your husband really is. Then I blocked Laura's number. By the time she got home and found the empty house, the note on her pillow, the photos missing from the walls, and my number disconnected, it was too late. I was long gone. The fallout was as spectacular as I'd hoped. Laura showed up at Chris's place 2 days later, mascara streaming down her face, as she begged me to talk to her. I can't believe you did this, she sobbed. You just left without even trying to fix things. I looked at her, calm as could be. I did try, Laura. You're the one who gave up on us. I'm just finishing what you started, but it was just one mistake. I smiled. One mistake that cost you everything. She didn't have a response to that. In the end, I got the house in a divorce. Todd lost his job when his wife forwarded my email to his boss. Apparently workplace affairs violate some kind of ethics clause. Laura moved into a one-bedroom apartment downtown. I heard through the grapevine that she tried to get back into dating, but it didn't go well. Word gets around in a small town. As for me, I moved on. It wasn't easy. 8 years is a long time. But it felt damn good to start over knowing I hadn't let her walk all over me. People say revenge doesn't solve anything, but they're wrong. It solved everything. I bumped into Laura a year later at the grocery store. She looked different, older somehow, like the weight of her choices had caught up with her. "Hi, Drew," she said softly, as if she wasn't sure she had the right to speak to me. "Laura." I nodded politely. There was a silence before she whispered, "I still think about you, about what I did. I'm so sorry." I looked her in the eye, and for the first time I felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, just peace. "I hope you learn from it, Laura. I really do." And with that, I walked away, leaving her standing there in the cereal aisle clutching a box of Cheerios like it was the only thing holding her together. Some mistakes you can't come back from. She learned that the hard way.